Hello, everybody. We return from whence we camest. Always good to be back for another episode of the Paragon campaign, and it's nice doing the. It's nice doing these with a computer that actually works. Apparently,
We're all just having a conversation with head nods.
That will actually go.
No Jeremy today, just wasn't feeling too well, so I'll be taking control of Vivi outside of combat, and if combat happens, then I don't know, we'll draw straws or something.
We gotta fight off a mob of the undead.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't. No. You can't be suspicious like that. That's illegal.
Yeah, no.
I demand you cease and desist.
So, just before we get into it, there's going to be a little bit of a sneak preview on the big project that we're working on over on our Patreon. You get some cool, some really cool benefits if you sign up for our Patreon. You'll be able to see all the 3 different tiers and what you get for each of those. But other than that, we don't really have anything to announce, so we'll just get right into it. So let's go ahead, roll that intro. So, last we left off, the Paragon had fended off the brood of bullets, saving what they would learn to be a substance dealer or self-proclaimed alchemist. As he led them towards his camp that he had been staying at. At this camp was a large group of undead, living or unliving alongside the other inhabitants, seeming to be much more active in the night. Upon doing some deals, Vivi had provided food for the whole camp by giving it to the camp cook, the boulette and gator meat. And Wayne was able to find a tanner and a leather worker to work on the cloaker hide he had been holding on to for some time now. During their stay, Ardavan had made it clear that he was uncomfortable with the undead around. Just given the nature of how undead work and the implications it may have. Later in the night, a large, heavily armored knight atop an undead horse came into the camp, selected one of the undead people, and brought him out before the rest of the camp. Wayne, stepping up to Litness, succeeding his perception check, overheard the conversation between the two. The heavily armored knight saying to the undead that the hells would not claim him, as he witnessed his soul be released and the body burned. After which, the camp resumed its normal activities, each stepping aside, paying their respects, but then going back to the feast or back to whatever work that they were doing. So with that, the time is now yours.
We had left off with Wayne holding on to his amulet on his chest, and tears are kind of just going down the sides of his cheeks, and he's just kind of staring into the bonfire for a moment.
Cosmo has her hand on his shoulder, just to let him know that she's there.
So we'll kind of sit there quietly for a while, kind of close his eyes and kind of bow his head a little bit as he starts, from what you can gather, saying a prayer in Draconic, mentioning Bahamut a couple times, but he's very obviously saying a prayer. And then he just kind of goes quiet for a while. Kind of look up at you, Cosmo, and he just says, I don't think there's anything nefarious going on with the brood.
I don't think so either.
Did you hear what the knight said? He said that person's soul had been claimed, and that's why he had been released. That's when he collapsed.
Does it mean all the souls here are unclaimed or lost right now?
I need my journals. And I'll kind of like quickly turn around and walk back over to the caravan real quick.
Yeah, she'll follow and just like look at Erdogan and just like gesture back to say, you saw that, right?
Like, so while you guys were like coming up, I think you would like, if you caught at the right time, Amelia like leans over to Audubon and like looks at Vivi and just kind of quietly whispers, like, Audubon, I don't really like raw food. Would you mind taking the sushi Vivi served me? I don't want to look mean.
I don't think you'd say anything. Like reach over, start eating it.
Yes.
That's fine by me.
Thank you.
Oh, they're coming back.
kind
You
of sit
saw
down.
that, right?
You would see the tear streaks down Wayne's eyes as he goes and quickly grabs his journal, and he's going to rip out a page and crumple it up and toss it to the side and start writing down some other things, circling some things, underlining others of notes he's previously written on.
What
Then-
happened? It was hard to see from here, so I just kind of just waited.
So Wayne will kind of be quiet for a second until he finishes with his notes. And close it, kind of sit down and contemplate for a minute. I'll look up at Artavan. Artavan, I don't think you need to be wary of these people.
What makes you say that? What I
Now,
saw, it looked like someone just. I mean, I agree with what he did, but all I saw was someone appear, take an undead, and then burn them.
when I was talking to Benjamin, the tanner, he said something that kind of clued me in as to what might be going on, but I didn't understand it, and I could be wrong, but he said that because I asked him how he came to be, and he said that he was an orphan soul. And I asked what that meant, and he said, I don't know. He doesn't know what that is. But that's what he was called by the lady. That everyone here, to some extent or another, is an orphan soul. And I didn't think much of it at the moment, but when that night came up, he took that, and he's about to say undead, but he catches himself. He says, he took that man, and although it was meant to be a quiet conversation, I did overhear. He said, the hells will not have claim on your soul, but one of the gods have taken claim over it. Therefore, I release you. And what I think the lady is doing is taking souls that are destined to the 9 hells. Ones who don't have a god, ones who didn't have a chance or didn't take opportunity in their lives to bind themselves to a god, to a deity, to a purpose in life. And instead of being sent to the hells to suffer, I think she takes them, gives them a second chance at life, and when they have that claim on their soul, then they're released to go to where they choose rather than to the hells. Which is why you see all around us, all of the undead are doing something, some kind of specialty. Whether it be the simple prep to hunting to, whatever it may be. I mean, there's so many different gods who have claim over different duties and things. But that's why he moved on. Because someone took claim of him.
I think Artavan kind of tuning into how sold, the two of you especially seem to be on this whole concept, and kind of it's serious or emotional, but with it, you can definitely tell Artavan probably doesn't buy it, but he's not going to argue it. But he'll just kind of lift his eyebrows while eating his sushi. Let's hope you're right. That's all I can It's the best I can offer is hope that you are right. And if it is, then that's great. I just hope you are right. But he doesn't really combat it or follow up with it, seeing as it's kind of, you're emotionally charged at the moment and doesn't want to step on any feelings that he might offend. And so you can tell, like, he's kind of dismissive a little bit, but he's like, he looks at you, he acknowledges it, but he'll go back to eating. Now he's got 2 plates of sushi.
And the sushi is cooked gator meat. Named
He's
Sue
first.
Sushi.
So it wasn't raw.
Some of it was raw. It didn't all get cooked perfectly.
Yeah, it did not
Just
all
the
get
ones that
cooked
she
pro-
got. So
properly.
she's like,
Right, right.
Yeah, no, this
Right.
is some of it's left raw for the more undead inhabitants, making some raw meat.
Their teeth aren't structurally sound enough for the cooked stuff.
I do think the sentiment is very lovely. The idea that someone can be granted another chance.
Do you believe in a deity, or do you follow any deities, Artaban?
Not in particular. I believe there is a force, external forces, and no reason to not believe that they are real. But not to a specific deity do I hold any faith. You know, pray to the god of luck, but don't worship him. That sort of thing. I value more just the vows and my morals. And it's gotten me this far. What about you? I know you love your Bahamut.
He's the one I worship.
And why do you worship him?
I mean, first I was born into it.
Sorry if this is too personal of a question.
No, it's okay. My grandfather, he was the first to join. To help Uncle Tony, and in turn we worship Bahamut and he blesses us. But I've spent my whole life studying and researching all sorts of books on deities, on the hells, on all the different things. And if there's one thing I appreciate with Bahamut is his honesty and his love. As the books say, for the lesser races, but in the eyes of a dragon, it's hard not to think that. But then again, I don't think he wrote those books in particular for mankind, and that includes everyone. A love, a sense of duty, of protection, and wanting to help those around.
Very noble. And I've seen
And
through your
so-
powers. It seems that there is definitely something you are channeling with your belief. Again, another reason to not doubt that gods are real.
But then when I see something like this, I have no doubt that Bahamut is happy. Even if those people aren't going in directly into his fold, I have no doubt that he's happy to see that those souls are sent to a better place.
I'm glad it brings you peace. And even though my belief might be slightly different, I hope it is okay. I've learned from my past with a particular party that I used to travel with, one of the first, that I've given up on making people believe in what I believe, accept and live the morals that I know to be, or what I strongly believe to be the right thing to do. And so I sort of keep my beliefs inside and give you my wisdom as I see fit, but I will not stop you from believing what it is you wish to believe. If it brings you peace, then that is perfect. Gives you joy, gives you happiness, then it would be a sin for me to try and take that away. So I respect your belief, and I pray, I sincerely hope that it is all true, and that your feelings are validated by the divines themselves. And maybe one day I will see it too. So I ask patience with me as I have yet to adapt.
With that, you'll see him pull his journal back out, and he flips to a page, and you can't probably read it, but if anyone else looks at the page, there's a page that says Artavan underlined, and he's gonna write some notes on there.
Wait, I recognize that word now. That's what it is. Hold on, what is that page about?
You're doing so well, you can read your name now.
Oh,
Cosmo. Do you believe in the gods?
That's a difficult question. I mostly do. I mean, my mother worships one, and she's very powerful and used to talk about them a lot. I don't remember their name though, and I think my father does as well. And they're great people, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of times people just hold on to a god to have a purpose, you know? I mean, I feel kind of lost sometimes. I don't have anyone in particular, but I feel like Pugna is a sign that someone is watching over me. And even though I don't necessarily know who that is, I feel like I've been told at some point, but I don't remember. Then I'd like to know who they are, and send them a big thanks, I suppose. I don't know. I understand both sides, basically. Kind of a neutral party.
Thank you for
I just want to see people happy and safe. And if worshipping someone is how you get that, then go ahead. And if keeping away from stuff like that is how it works, then it's different with everyone. I don't know anything. I really don't.
This doesn't make you uncomfortable. I'm sorry for asking.
Oh no, not uncomfortable. Just like I don't know how to input my opinion because I don't feel like I have enough knowledge on the matter to really give good advice or a well-rounded opinion. I'm still learning, you know. I'll see what happens, you know? I don't know what'll happen when I eventually reunite Pugna with his other half. That might be crazy. I might actually meet a god. I don't know. That doesn't happen often, I don't think, but that would be really cool, actually. Huh. What about you, Amelia?
I mostly hold beliefs similar to all elves. I actually don't know, Gavin, if elves have like a traditional god that they worship. She would worship the whatever's very traditional.
Probably the most traditional one, especially for
like elves and magic.
Yeah.
Oh, I do worship the time god. What's his name?
Cronalis, the god of time, and then you also have.
Well, worship's a tough word. We'll get into that in a second. Cronalis.
And we go into the Soul Pantheon. It's Cronalis and Orivlon, the Grand Scholar and the Keeper of Knowledge.
I hold the beliefs that most elves do in, I can't say the name, Orivlon.
Orivlon.
But also, considering my time magic, I do have a little bit of a belief in Cronalis. Though, to say I worship them is very... not quite right, I suppose. I just acknowledge their existences. Because I'm able to do and see amazing things because of it. I am not sure if the gods need worship anymore, as we don't see much of an impact directly from them. But I find it very interesting that these beliefs can sway the hearts of many and cause people to action or disaction and provide hope and a safety and a peace. So all of your opinions are very helpful in understanding everything, which is why I mostly asked. Not so much to frazzle you, but to gain another opinion.
That's fine. I don't mind answering something like that. It's not a touchy subject, for me at least.
I don't think it needs to be, but it can for some, as we kind of felt a moment ago. Hey Vivi, what about you?
Oh yeah, all the gods, all of them, yeah. Yeah.
I do believe that. I believe that's fully Vivi.
Alright, that's canon now.
Too bad, Jeremy.
Do you worship? Yes.
Believe in all of them.
Which god do you worship? Yes.
I'll choose a random one.
Well, is there one for bards? Usually there's like a more playful one.
You know, I'm a bit partial to Loracai. You know, the jokes, pranks, all that kind of stuff.
It does match the vibe.
I mean, if you think about it, gods are like just like helping hands that you just get throughout your life. Kind of friends, but not like super close friends. Friends at a distance. You show them respect and love. You do what they ask, and in return, they gift you with their own things that they can give you. I don't know what it's called.
Blessings, powers, abilities. Our dear Wayne shows us this often.
my experience, showing a high amount of worship does grant amazing powers.
It seems very symbiotic. You help each other.
I just hope that I could make him proud.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents as well. And Bjorn.
Well, if not,
Oh, and Uncle Darv, too.
most of us probably hold a very strong belief that you are very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
We would have fallen many times if not for you and your belief helping us. So I'm sure they're plenty proud of you. At least they should be. Once we go to your home and tell them of your deeds, I'm sure they'll be ecstatic, excited. And we'll have Vivi try and help us butter up the story so it makes you look even better.
He is good at storytelling. And you'll see, like, with that comment, he has like a smile. He kind of does like that, like little wiggle that little kids do, kind of thing. Like, oh, you're talking about me.
Oh, stop it.
But he doesn't realize he's doing it.
Well, let us continue eating.
I think the best part is that I can witness your coolness now. During battles and stuff. I can actually think and be. It's awesome.
Yeah, that'll take us getting used to for sure. But I'm excited.
Since you brought it up, Cosmo, can you explain why it's so exciting for you to be
What
aware
is-
in combat?
Oh. Well, it marks a new growth. Like, and moving on, I suppose. I used it as a crutch, a way to run away from who I am, from my past. But I was done running. And being conscious, being able to choose for myself what happens, even if it's during battle, then I think that's more important. And in the long run, I think it'll help me keep myself safe as well.
Makes sense.
I don't have any more bloodshed than I used to, or desire for bloodshed. But, you know, I'd like to think that I'll have more control over how many deaths I cause. You know, I'm just glad that I have a choice now.
So I can interpret your excitement more towards a happiness of choice instead of a bloodshed for battle.
Of course, yes. I've never, well, I don't like battle. Not really. I would prefer a world without it, but, you know, I live in a world that has it, so I either fight or I return to the ground. Again. First time wasn't good. I don't want it to happen again.
I won't let it happen again.
I won't either. Now I'll actually be able to hopefully prevent it. You
I know I need to completely change up how I think when we approach battle. Usually when we
Yeah.
go in, I have to stay a certain distance from Cosmo just in case you decide to run away towards someone who's running away. And so every time
Really?
we go into battle, I'm constantly having to think,
Oh,
do
no.
I go this way or do I go this way to Cosmo?
Right.
But now we can plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
let me know where I need to be and I can be there. You know, and
It has
I
been
can help
interesting.
Yeah.
I've never been able to really implement any of my, the stratagems and thoughts I've had in battle all that much. We've just
You
been
can-
playing around where Cosmo goes, support her, back her up, and don't let her die. Now I can think
So
about
really,
it.
this is great for all of us. You don't have to be constantly worried, and you get to use your strategies. It's a win-win.
Run.
And in
Always
case we
run.
ever, right, in case we find a fight that we can't handle, we can actually run this time.
Yeah. Wait, I didn't run.
No.
Oh, no
The only
wonder
time
why
you
I
ran
died.
was to chase someone who was running.
Oh, I see.
So
No wonder
we
why
had
I
like this
died.
little training
No
dummy, little
wonder.
dummy that we'd have with us, and we would just run, be like, Cosmo, help! And you chase after us. That's the only way we could escape.
Wait, I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, we have this like fake little mannequin that whenever we need to, we're like, oh no, it's an
It's
mannequin. What are we gonna do?
It's the equivalent of the trunk on Tarzan with the old man's
Yeah.
clothes.
And Cosmo, just like in her blind rage, just sees the like humanoid shape.
Come, Kerchak. Let's go. Oh, sorry,
We just keep
Cosmo.
like bashing it forward to get her to run.
So- Wow, I don't remember that. I mean, I
Well,
guess I
you
would
were
know why.
raging,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all very
We
new
need
now.
Vivi to say something like lighthearted and funny, and then we move on to the next scene. So good, Vivi. Yes, very true.
That's offensive, baby. That's offensive.
That will be an inside
it's
joke
not
for
true.
many
It's
years
not a
to
lie.
come, Bibi. We will reference it for years.
So, as the night goes on, you all eventually find sleep despite the hustle and bustle of the camp outside. And as the sun begins to rise, the camp outside slows down and begins to quiet down. You can all take a long rest.
Yay!
And as you awake within the carriage, you poke your heads out. A lot of the fires have been put out. A lot of the tents occupied. Very few people are out and about in the morning. You notice as you look around, you notice the large, heavily armored knight under the shade of the canteen tent, just overlooking the camp. Guards patrolling the outside, and a couple of the undead workers working into the morning. So, none seem to be paying you that much mind. It's you just see a couple of the smiths working. A couple of the smiths working on some stuff. Couple forges running, as well as certain people tending to their mounts as well.
So they're working their equivalent of a graveyard shift.
Yes.
Is it because it's daytime? Is it just a yard shift?
Well, I mean, they're undead, so it's definitely still a graveyard shift. Every shift is a graveyard shift. Kind of early morning. I think I would like to, with my notebook, go in and approach that night.
He is sitting on he's just sitting on one of the benches kind of in the corner of it, overlooking the camp. He's still got the veil that covers his face. The massive great sword plunged into the dirt next to him. And as you approach, he kind of leans back. And though you can't see his face, you can tell that he is studying you very inquisitively.
Wayne is a little bit nervous, especially going up talking to him by himself. But walking up to him, he's like, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
That depends on what the questions are.
Do you work with Lady Jane Devant?
Yes.
I saw the interchange that you had last night. I'm very new to your culture and your way of things. But I want to ask, I am a person of study and I like to understand things and how they work. Do you raise the dead so then that way they can have a second chance at life?
Make a persuasion check.
If you fail, I so mind that question. It gets a
21.
Oh yeah.
That's part of it. Yes.
And more specifically, when I was talking to the tanner, he mentioned that he was an orphan soul. And you said to the man last night that the hells will not have claim on you because his soul had been claimed. So not only do you offer a second chance at life, but you offer them a chance for their souls to be claimed and rest in an area of peace rather than the hells. Am I right?
If we can. Yes.
A devout follower of Bahamut. And seeing this brings me great peace and joy. May not fully understand, I am a stranger coming in, but if there's any way I can help, I would love to.
We've managed on our own this far. It's no place for an outsider to interfere with our business.
Right. I mean no ill intent.
Is that all?
Yes. And then he's gonna turn around and walk away.
Okay. All right. So, after a moment, you see Wayne return.
Welcome back, Wayne. Trust your walk went well. Hello.
Whoa.
Maybe not.
No, I'm just thinking.
Did you talk with him?
Somewhat, but he did not seem very open to talking.
It's understandable.
Especially an outsider looking in.
It's
I
possible
feel like-
many outsiders. No, you first, Cosmo.
No. I mean, I was just gonna say, I feel like with this kind of culture, it's kind of something that you want to keep close and not, get out. Something that needs to be protected, and in order to do that, they keep it very quiet.
Judging based on his reaction, I do think what I said last night is true, but I still think that there might be a missing piece to the picture. When we go up to Willowfold, I would like to meet with Lady Jane Devant if we have the opportunity.
To add just a little, I am sure many cultures outside of this one look wholly upon what they do here. What they have opinions similar to Audubon's, perhaps even stronger. So it also would make sense that they would push outsiders away. So it could very much still be a good thing, the way you want it to be. But I do believe more information is always useful in forming opinions.
Oh, I had so many questions I wanted to ask him, but I don't think he would want to answer in the moment.
And then write them down, and we can ask them to Lady Devant when we see her. If we see her, maybe she'll be too busy.
With that, he's gonna pull out his journal and start writing down a bunch of stuff.
I think Amelia will silently go into the cart, knowing that we're gonna eventually leave.
Oh yeah, I'm
No,
packed up.
I have a question. While we are on our travels, I don't know about you all, but after buying that, paying for the tanner to work on that cloaker skin, I don't know if I have much funds for supplies going forward. What do you suppose we do about money?
If it's basic necessities, that doesn't cost too much. Usually 5-10 gold here or there. We can hunt out in the wild for our own food, as we proved here. So necessity-wise, I don't think we need much more than what we probably already have, unless all of you are completely broke. Which I feel
don't
like
know.
Vivi probably has a good chunk of money.
I have about 8 silver on me.
I have almost 200 gold, and we're welcome to use it for whatever we need. But if you're asking about items that will make us more powerful, or more capable, or able,
Or potions.
and potions, then we may be a little bit depleted in funds for those.
Should we be looking for opportunities for jobs and things when we're out here?
That is our job, technically speaking, as adventurers, although all of us are here for different reasons. It is a good thing to do. consider work or traveling work to different locations. We can keep our eyes out for, ruins and things. There's always a chance you can find some potentially good things in those encounters. Sometimes monsters will pick fights with us. We just kind of have to be opportunistic with what's provided and really seize what we can get. But I also have a decent sum of money. I don't think we'll be in need anytime soon. But yes, it'd be a good idea to keep your ears open, or eyes open for things, opportunities. Because you can sometimes never have too much.
Perhaps missions that are guiding us more towards a direct path instead of looping back around to collect a reward would be the best also. Though we maybe won't be able to be so picky about what we choose.
Well, judging on the map here, soon we'll be heading into the other territory down south, and so if we accept a job here, we likely won't be able to, unless we came back here, probably wouldn't be able to turn it in at least until Willowfold.
Right. The types of work we're probably looking for are things like escort or, delivery, things that will be paid at arrival rather than having to return for payment. Because, it'll be too much of a hassle otherwise. So, but we can keep an eye out, look. But if we don't find any work, then we can be opportunistic on what we find on the road. Save some of the meat of sushi friends. And, their hide like we did this time. Instead of making all these fancy things, maybe next time we could sell it. Because I imagine some hide is actually quite valuable. I'm a blacksmith. I can offer services in towns and things. I mean, if everybody has sort of little trades, there's little things we can do. If we absolutely have to, take a week and do some part-time work. That's just kind of the life of a traveler.
Okay. Do you think there's anything we should do here, or should we leave?
I don't think Audubon wants to stay here much longer, so perhaps we should move on for his sake.
But speaking of the hide, I do need to go visit the tanner.
You and Vivi should go and pick up your items, that's for sure.
Right, yeah, let's go, because I got a bunch of gator skin stuff for us.
I'll finish packing up the cart.
Okay. All right, come on, baby. Let's go get our stuff.
Yeah, let's go.
Go over to Benjamin.
All right, so you go to Benjamin there with his half face, and he's just like, "Oh, wow, just in time. Just finished your stuff." Right, now let's save the best for last. So, first things first. Let's see. We got we got a crocodile leather whip. And let's see. And we've also got big old pair of boots, some braces, gloves, and a belt, and of course a hat, which he places on a gator skin hat, which he places on Vivi's head, and a nice suit to go along with it, and this like gator skin jacket and pants for that are Vivi's size.
It's awesome.
I know that Jeremy said there was some other stuff that he wanted to have made, but you can have him verify what it is later.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he sent it.
Yeah,
to us.
I'm reading.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and you
awesome.
see on the back of the jacket, the gator skin has been thinned and fashioned into what looks like giant dragonfly wings that are going up almost like a peacock.
A little nod to Hickamahopy.
Yeah.
And for you, sir, It was a bit hard to shape it, but hopefully it doesn't make you too hot. Here you go, and hands over this thin leather. It's like part cloak, part poncho, but can also be tied. It comes with slots to tie it together, so it works like a set of robes.
Mm-hmm.
He can match with Cosmo.
Andrew, go ahead and add the Cloak
wait.
of False Selves to your inventory.
Oh yeah, she cut up her poncho. Never mind.
Selves.
No matching.
Well, even then, I wear it more like a robe.
Capelet. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So more, it's like to replace his current robes
Mm.
rather than over it.
Right.
Which he's not shy in that sense, so he'll start undressing to change it just right there in the middle of
Melia's
camp. He'll
like,
just
I'm not with
put
you,
it on.
good. Yeah.
Nobody really bats
away.
an eye.
Yeah, I'll just switch it
Melia would
off
be the
right
only
there.
one.
Just right there at the stall. And what does it do?
You can read the description.
Oh, it's like you've already added it.
Yeah.
Cloak of false. Oh, fancy. Here, let me put it on real quick.
Does require
Made from the
attunement.
skin of a cloaker, the wearer of this cloak can call upon its ability to make illusory selves, mimicking the effect of spell mirror image. The cloak has one charge that recharges daily at dawn. Oh, heck yes.
Everybody's got outfit upgrades.
Heck to the yes. Let me put that on.
Now this is the good character development. This is the good stuff.
Power numbers.
And
That's
it's
it.
like the ring of invisibility. When I put it on, the clothes go invisible. I promise I'm wearing clothes. You just can't see them.
That just reminds me of that one king.
All right. He's like, right then.
Oh, that's awesome.
And with that, you can be on your way. It's all ready and done. The enchantment should hold strong with it. Just make sure it doesn't get ruined. It was quite difficult, and I'm quite proud of that piece of work there.
It is very nice, thank you.
All right. Well, I believe it's time for bed.
May one of the gods bless you.
Eh. He'll go and walk off.
Vivi, what do you think?
Well, I think it's nice, but I think I like my stuff better. And yours is just, it's a bit mundane. Mine's all flashy. This is gonna be great for when I'm up on stage. You know, a bit of a performer's costume. You're really eye-catching. Hopefully, we can make some coin that way.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's true.
We can.
It does look
sing
nice,
and
but
stuff.
Our
do you know what
band.
mine does?
No.
Do you remember what the cloaker did?
No.
All right, I'll show you later.
I believe I was getting eaten by a stalactite at the moment.
All right.
I could be misremembering. No.
Well, no,
No.
that was Artavan and Cosmo
are.
who were
Yeah.
getting eaten.
Yeah, you're misremembering, but it's
It's
okay.
like, oh yeah. Where it like swore at us or something?
Called us morsels.
Ah.
But no, it can make copies of itself.
Oh.
But yeah, either way, I'll show you.
Right. And with that, the duo return back to the cart, which I assume now everything is all packed up and ready to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're going away now. Going home. Eventually.
Cosmo's driving again. Good
But
old
it's not raining
Cosmo.
now, right? Like it's
No.
we were done with the rain.
No,
Okay,
it is
good.
a nice, sunny, clear day. There's a nice breeze, so it's like in the low 70s.
I want to ride on top.
It's in the
No
low
more
70s
smelling like
and,
wet dog 24/7.
So,
Amelia's hands can rest easy. She's been precipitating all over the place.
so
Every time
She's
she
like the air
catches
freshener
it.
of the
Yeah.
I love that.
lemon,
so
lime,
you are
mint,
about
peppermint.
you are about a week's worth of travel. Well, actually, I've been meaning to ask you guys. So, given the fact that Tirvis is so big, and the other campaign, I've been having them when they're mounted, they move 2 slots per day, 2 spaces per day when they have mounts. Do you guys want to be moving 2 spaces per day, or
Yes,
keep moving
please.
at 1 per day?
I think it just depends on how big the world is compared to theirs.
'Cause
But we can if you want.
Yeah,
I want to
'cause
go
it's
too. I want to
Also
rescue my
depends on, like,
dad.
How is the surroundings and all that kind of thing?
Yeah.
We're only right here. We need to be way up there. I'd
'Cause,
be
yeah,
okay
if
with
you
2.
were to, it's about
Don't worry, this
roughly
time next
20
year we'll get there.
It's roughly
Yeah.
20-ish miles per square. So from the border from Alabama straight across right here, 165. It's 20. Yeah, about 20 miles per square. That's pretty big thing. So we'll go ahead and we'll change it from 1 space to 2 spaces while you're mounted. That way, there's an actual incentive to keeping Butte the Brute alive.
Thank you.
And if he dies, then there's an actual downside to it other than just Butte the Brute dies.
Yeah.
So-
It's still just a bug for me to not be able to tell where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can't see us
You're
either.
hovering
Yeah,
over.
neither
Yeah, you
can
were
I.
hovering over the spot.
Right here?
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was like around
so
here.
with that being said,
Yeah, looking on
moving-
the
so we're gonna go 2
there, you can
spaces
see it.
now. So for that first day of travel, so you got 1, 2, about 3 days to Bonebreak Ridge.
Got it.
So let's see. Artavan, you haven't done one in a while. Roll a dice smaller than a d20 for me.
there's a reason for that. Um,
Just get a 5. We'll be fine.
Where'd the dice go on here?
Get a 5 on a D4.
Dice.
Do it on country.
5 on a d4.
Why
I
did
was
that take me a
I was like,
second?
wait, something ain't mathing.
Something click. Yeah, something click in there, buddy.
1 sec. My D&D Beyond dice disappeared, so I'm loading up Foundry.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it was just like cut off.
The buttons weren't there.
That's so random.
Okay, I am rolling a D8 plus 5.
1 on a d8.
1. Sweet, that's twice as good as I was hoping for.
Okay. Alright, so during this first day of travel, you are seeing quite a bit of wildlife, but nothing dangerous to you. Maybe you'll see some antelope bounding from bounding through the plains. Occasionally, pretty far off, you'll see you'll see like a pride of lions stalking, herd of antelope, but not really bothered with you. You do also see a couple families of elephants moving as well. But once again, so it's just this beautiful scenery around you, like you're on a safari a little bit. You've got green meadows and wild grass and wildflowers blooming on all sides. And it isn't until later that night that you notice something. Who would be outside the cart? All right, Cosmo.
I am on the roof.
And
I love how
Wayne.
I'm
All right.
never. It's such an easy question. I'm like,
All of you make
Not me.
perception checks.
sunburned.
Ah,
Perception?
yeah.
Yep.
Perception. I'm adept at perception. No, I'm not. Oh, boy.
Perception.
Wait a minute.
11.
Oh, I actually have a +0 to that one because I'm proficient.
Oh,
Oh,
21.
21. What's yours, Cosmo?
apparently 1?
All right.
I'm confused.
Oh,
Okay. So,
Thought you rolled a 12.
Artavan.
I thought so too.
No, that was Artavan gets advantage on perception checks because of the shield.
Oh, that's where the other one came from.
Hee hee.
So,
You're welcome.
Artavan, you're the only one that glances this. But you've seen something like this before.
Is it a
In
nice
fact-
boulder?
In fact, all of you seen something. As you look up to see the swirling sky above you, you notice one light in the sky that seems to get brighter and brighter. And you recognize
That's the
it
moon.
as
Sorry.
It's
something falls from the sky,
That's another one.
landing in the direction that you're going. So from where you at,
Oh yeah,
because of
Cosmo's
how
going
massive
now.
it is and the open plains, you can see Bonebreak Ridge. It's like Pride Rock from Lion King a little bit, except it can,
that's
house,
awesome.
except it can house a city. So it is towering over everything around it. So you can see it from where you're at, and you see this bright light go and disappear behind Bonebreak Ridge, somewhere in this region.
Dang
Ah.
it. Dang it! Ugh, if it was any
Definitely, like-
closer, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's go."
Yeah, definitely knocking on Amelia's window, kind of grabbing attention because I imagine it was bright or loud.
It was. It
was
wasn't loud. It was
bright.
too far away to hear. But you do see when it disappears. You see, like a light silhouetting Bonebreak Ridge. It's a pretty big. It's a pretty big thing.
I wonder if we can offer our services in exchange for that rock.
And that one must have been huge, judging by the fact that we could see it from here, and it lit up that whole rock in the distance. Just imagine the things we could learn from it. Amelia, we
think-
have to go.
Do you think it has more floaty rocks, or is it
It
a
has
different
to be.
kind of?
It's got to be something interesting, that's for sure.
Wow.
Now,
Let's just not sleep. 3 levels of exhaustion? We got this. Go!
now,
I've done that before. It's not a problem.
You'd start sweating.
Amelia, make a history check for me.
Ooh, okay. History. Whoa, I can't see everything on here. Wow, my things look weird too. I got this. Okay, history check. Click. Click. I don't want such good modifiers, but I got a 14.
Yeah, still doubled it.
14.
I know.
Alright, so it's so you've heard of and obviously seen things crash in from space, the astral plane. But you would know that it's not always a lifeless thing. Sometimes you've heard tale of certain vessels crashing down onto Auroran. And one actually catches your memory of a vessel that crashed down in the Phaelandi Empire well over 100 years ago. A ship that housed a community of Githzerai, which have since become part of the community of the Phaelandi Empire in the centuries that passed. And so...
Wow, 100 years ago?
Several hundred years ago. I would say probably like about 300.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
When my papa was a boy.
At the ripe young age of 120.
I'll share that. I think Amelia would just like, as we're kind of talking about it, she would mention it. Because she's just thinking. It's like, well, yeah, there was this one ship. It was actually a ship. It was quite impressive.
Do you think that's
different
at that?
technology than we're used to? It could. Oh, I'm just saying it could be. It doesn't always have to be the rock that we found. It can be a people or part of
a
the
different kind of rock.
Could be another rock.
Maybe instead of floating, it goes down.
Well, if
Just
it's
like-
people, I hope they're okay.
Wow.
Maybe because that was the big crash.
I suppose we'll find out if it's a people when we arrive.
All right. But unless anybody would like to do something else in the night, we can go into the night or just go straight to the next day.
Next day.
Next day.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
And then, are we
Just-
heading to the outpost first?
That's up to
Did-
you
Okay.
guys. Where are you guys going?
Did we plan to originally? I don't think so.
I mean, it's just like a place to stay,
That's true.
potentially.
That's true.
I think it's good to pass by it in case like something happens. We don't need to. I don't think it's necessary.
Next
But
day.
if nothing else, it could be a way to see how the people are.
Yeah, you guys get to move 2 slots. So, you guys need to tell me
Almost
where you're
there.
moving.
This spot.
Right here.
Okay. All right.
It's unanimous.
I'll just go straight down. Amelia, go ahead and roll a die smaller than a d20.
All right. I always do 12s because I like them.
5.
Yeah! It continues.
Alrighty. So a
And it has to be the
5.
D12.
It's always on
So-
the D12.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it has to be from now on, because that's the tradition.
So on a 5, as you're traveling through, the plains are getting greener. You're going like transitioning back and forth. Like some chunks of it are like savanna, some are nice lush green meadows, grasslands. It seems that the further west you go, it slowly transitions from the grasslands to the savanna style, but they kind of mesh, and there's pockets around. And Amelia, with your intelligence and heritage, you do know that probably not recently, but the reason of this mismatch of lands was probably due to some Fey trickery way back when, some Fey shenanigans.
Ah.
However, as you're going on, who's driving? Who's sitting at front?
Yeah.
I'll be on top still.
Okay.
The windows will be
Clear.
open, I think.
I feel like the driver, the front, it's like basically Cosmos and Artavon's permanent place on the wagon.
Yeah.
That's our
Okay.
spot,
And
100%.
and they'll just like take turns driving.
And then
so
me
it'll
and
be
Vivi
Artavon
rotate
today.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Amelia is always
windows-
inside.
The windows will be open though when the weather is nice and it just
Right.
kind of blows through.
Yeah.
So,
So it
if they're
would be
coming from the
Artavon
side,
today.
Gavin, or if it's something to see, I
alright.
might see it from the side.
This seems to be straight ahead.
But no,
so I
would not
need-
see it.
I need let's do
Well, how often do you have Senya out, like looking around?
Artavon's
On occasion, I don't unless I just let him fly where he wishes to. But I have to go blind to my studies in order to look through his eyes. So why would I do that?
Right. Fair.
That's a good thing to bring up. I could do that sometimes.
So, as you go and you see, I would say Artavon, and then Cosmo and Wayne. You can either one of you can also make a perception check, or you can give Artavon advantage. Your
He
choice.
already
Artavon
has
can have
advantage.
advantage. Oh yeah, he already has
Oh,
advantage.
Oh, then one of you two can also
Oh.
roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
How
do it, or
about
do you want to do it?
I'll like help you so you can also have advantage because mine is trash.
Gavin's calling that. Am I doing flat or advantage?
Only two people are rolling, so I would say you do flat, and then Artavon can roll with advantage because he has
Okay.
advantage.
Got it.
Sounds good.
It's like only the input of two players.
15.
Right.
I got 11.
With advantage.
11. Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
I had 9
So-
and 11.
With your Artavon, it's not that hard to see. Kind of off in the distance, kind of in the exact direction that you're going. You see what at first looks like a large, dark boulder that doesn't seem to fit the topography of the area. Wayne, you are the first to notice.
That's a nice boulder.
As you get closer,
It's not a boulder. It's a rock.
that this is
The
not
boulder
stone.
doesn't like.
That what you're seeing is thick, plated dark metal. And as you get closer, you notice it is moving. What you are seeing is a suit of armor. A large suit of armor that is moving around, and it appears to be sitting down. This creature appears to be sitting down. However, sitting down, it's still, from the waist up, a good 15 feet tall.
Do you see that? It's something large with a suit of armor on.
I do.
What do you think it is? Should we go up and say hi, or should we avoid it?
You want to send your bird out, Amelia?
You called? Yes.
Bird?
Birds? Us? Yes, us. I just like grab Senya, who's nestled.
You're
This
just
little,
pointing.
Like on the side, I just pick him up and throw him out the window.
Fly!
My eyes immediately fill him. Yeah, I'll have Senya go and check on what's happening.
Right. So Senya flies over. You see, just kind of sitting in the field, he looks to be is a massive fire giant, clad in thick plate armor, wearing a helmet. As you see his orange beard just braided below the helmet, as he has one of his boots off and is dumping what looks to be a bunch of stones and rocks out of his boot.
Do I know much
And-
about fire giant temperament? Are they fiery and
Make a
stubborn?
history check.
Yeah, like giants. Okay. History, since I am in D&D Beyond. Ooh, a 24.
You would know that fire giants are typically territorial, lawful creatures, but it really depends on the faction that they come from, the tribe that they hail from. Some will attack any on sight that aren't fire giants, and some actually do trade with some of the other peoples around.
I'll have Senya. I'm gonna try and test its demeanor. I'll have Senya fly like really close to it and kind of like, I'm watching you, sort of a thing, real quick. I'll be like, hey Senya, can you just like check him out? See if he's violent.
So as you go and you have Senya kind of hover in the face of this fire giant, he just kind of goes and tilts his head.
Like, start making like little symbols, like spell out hi or something.
You see, he's gonna go and just like,
L-O-L.
like try, like
Lucy, do I know?
it's almost like trying to get a
LMFAO.
fly to buzz off.
All right. Well, he's not like I can't see or hear anything from you guys, but Amelia will be talking out loud to you all. He's not like attacking Senya straight out. I do know some giants are a little more violent depending on what sort of a tribe they belong to. He might not attack us if he's not immediately attacking Senya, but he is also an owl, which doesn't cause him much harm. So I think we can decide whether we want to approach him or not, or we could just play it safe and go around him. But they do tend to trade if they are the polite type.
Wow.
It's a real giant. Do you think we should go talk to him?
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm sure Vivi's like, yes, let's do it.
As he's
It's
hiding
unanimous.
inside.
Let's go.
Well, we need our
Come
most
on.
charismatic party member to talk to him, so this is going to be a very fun conversation coming up for Gavin.
Oh my gosh. We're enough.
All right. So you approach the fire giant.
With the 24, do I know if they like anything in particular? Like an item or...
They're very fond of blacksmithing kind of stuff, but for the most part, they're
Audubon. I just remembered. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe you could be helpful.
Like a, yeah, super confident, all gung-ho smile for sure. Let's do it.
Hopefully he
I
can
think
speak
I'll-
our language.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he speaks
yeah.
giant. I hope someone speaks giant.
No,
I
none
think
of us
that's all they
do. We
know.
couldn't speak giant to the other ones.
I mean, if I was
I can't hear what you said back. So Aurelia's just like, yeah, I hope you can speak giant. As soon as I see our carriage kind of like approaching through Senya's eyes, I'll bounce back up and have Senya just kind of fly back over to us.
I mean, he lives in Rascalia. Maybe he can understand orc at least. I mean, I speak it, so
You know, he might. We're actually
We'll
going. That's
see.
what I can tell by the movement of the cart that you have decided that we are now moving towards this giant.
yes,
Fantastic. Be prepared to run if he doesn't like us.
yes.
I'm pretty sure their throwing arms are stupendous. So
all right. So as
is happening?
gets close and you see him, his head perk up. So the rest of you see
there's nothing
his
we can do. Audubon.
pointed helmet.
I know.
You see his pointed helmet kind of go, and he stands up, towering a nice about 30 feet tall. And he turns and looks down at it as you see on his back, he's got a great sword, almost as big as he is.
Dang.
As kind of looks down at you, and he like looks around, almost confused why this lone cart is approaching him.
Hello.
Are you doing that, Cosmo?
Absolutely.
Wayne is too.
He's gonna give an awkward.
You were back at us.
We're communicating.
Once they get close enough, how are you?
He's gonna go and like look around again, and then awkwardly kneel down. Hello.
Hi. How are
Hello.
you today?
I like your armor.
Thank you.
I'm Cosmo.
And I'm Wayne. That's Ardavan. Vivi's there. That's Princess. And Amelia's inside.
Greshk.
Greshk.
Reshk.
Are you faring well, Greshk?
So far, so good. Most people run away when they see me.
You are very fearsome.
Duh. I only here to make delivery.
Ooh. Have you traveled from somewhere far away?
No, I can see home from here. And he turns and looks at the large volcano, Black Brim Mountain, that you can see on the horizon.
That's so
Wow.
We come from Egramar.
Oh, wow. This is cool.
Pardon my companions. They were very excited to see a fire giant and merely wished to say hello and greet you.
Do you live inside the mountain?
Yes, I live in Egramar.
And I'll kind of like nudge, like Ardavan, just like, hey, hey.
But
Do you
he's
hear
like
that?
on the thing now, so it's more like patting his head.
Yeah. It's like, hey, hey, and he's just like pushing him, like, but not breaking eye contact with the fire giant.
That's the mountain that Ardavan wants to go to.
Agramar is the place where that blacksmith is. That master blacksmith.
Ask him about
Hmm. Very interesting. I actually hope to make it there soon. One of these days. I'm an aspiring. I'm a blacksmith and hope to be trained by the greatest of all blacksmiths in the mountain.
Oh. You mean Reksh?
Probably.
Rex.
Reksh.
Breaks.
Reiksh.
Is he a sort of master of the place? Head blacksmith?
He is master blacksmith. He is also asshole.
Sounds about right. The mountain itself is very dangerous, no? To traverse.
Incredibly.
I wouldn't. You wouldn't happen to have any sort of tips to sort of make it to Greshk safely, do you?
Find way to either circumvent or resist lava.
Lava. Okay, makes sense.
Be ready for elementals. And bring good weapon and armor.
That's useful information.
You're gonna have so much fun there.
Be
It's gonna be
prepared
so-
for trial of valor. In order to gain entry, of course.
Right. They mentioned something about that. A sort of duel, a test of strength.
Of that nature, yes.
Very well. Are there many of your folk there?
Yes. Roughly several hundred.
Well defended.
Aye.
Well, much appreciated. That is good information.
Yes.
And kind of looking around because he doesn't know what else to say. Like, I hope your
So-
delivery goes well. But
So
my friend
what-
probably
what-
want to talk to you. That's
What are you delivering?
Armor and weapons.
Did you make them yourself?
No. But Bonebreaker's good customers.
We are also
You
heading
have-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are heading there. Do you want to travel with us?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. I said it and so did Wayne. I guess Wayne, I don't know if he gets advantage, but
Persuasion. Do I get advantage or normal roll?
Since Amelia helped, you can have advantage.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Oh, that was almost a nat 20.
no. Was it still
That was-
good or not? Because
It's 13.
I'll chronal shift it if you want.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes.
That would
You
make
get to
it.
take
That would be just a normal roll, right? Not at
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
you
at
just
damage.
get to redo it. So it could be worse, but there's how
Turn that 13 into a 14.
Yeah!
Methinks I would accidentally squish you.
could happen.
I
Very
don't
kind
want
of
on
you to consider.
conscience.
Perfectly reasonable.
Well, maybe we will see you there, unless maybe we'll see you on your way back.
Hard to miss me in small structures.
Depends on how long you stay there.
Ah,
We are small though, and perhaps you would miss us.
possibly.
It was lovely to meet you.
And likewise. I now go and I go take nap.
Okay.
Oh, can you see anything dangerous nearby that we should avoid before you leave?
Let me roll for him.
It's like a giant creature right there.
Not
It's like,
anymore.
no.
Roll for initiative.
There was a bug. It's gone now.
It's a
Beauty's
Taraz.
just gone now.
Road is clear as far as I can tell. You
Thank
have
you.
clear passage to Bonebreak. Or as far as I can see, at least.
Thank you.
Anybody have something we can give him? A gift?
do you just out of curiosity, do you carry anything extra to trade?
Might have something in pockets. Never know.
Do you enjoy spicing up your food perfectly? Do you have an item? Oh, alright. It makes anything, even things you haven't cooked, taste however you wish them to. Quite convenient. I could trade it to you for an item if you feel it is a fair trade.
Yeah, I have no magic items. Only weapons, armor, and ingots.
The
What
ingots
kind
could
of
be
ingots?
interesting.
Black brim iron.
Audubon, interested?
Be lying if I said I wasn't. Would I know anything about that particular iron?
The iron is incredibly dense and heavy. Go ahead and just make a blacksmithing tools check, which I believe we were using your strength. Just to see if you know it'd have any special properties.
Very well.
Interesting.
Oh, it's because of that. That is a natural 6 plus 8. So 14.
Only things that you would know about it off the top of your head is weapons made of it seem to hit harder somehow.
That is some good quality metal. It is very heavy. But it could be fastened into something quite extraordinary. I never worked with it myself, but it could be a good experience. But I'm not sure if you think that that's truly worth your super valuable, expensive spicing item.
If you wish it, I think I could part with my most favored spice pouch.
I
How
give
does
you
that sound to you? To the giant.
I give you 5 ingots for a spice pouch. Enough
10
for
pieces of gear per ingot.
enough for one solid weapon.
Let's do it. It's a deal.
And you see he just reaches into a pocket, pulls out this this big pile of ingots, and he's like,
Get our cart. Go!
and these ingots, you hear the ingots are they're about this big and are already weighing at about 15 pounds each.
Wow. One weapon.
We have a bag of holding, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We can put it in there. Yeah, we'll move them. We'll move them into my little pouch.
I think Amelia will. She does like the what's that store that they used to walk around the counter to hand you your items. I can't remember.
The till?
And I can't maybe, but she'll step out of the cart, stand at the foot of this giant Gresh, and she will hold out for this item for him to put his hand down, and then she'll place it just on the tip of his fingers probably.
Mm-hmm. He'll just ever so gingerly curl it, put it in his little pocket. This will make
So
good
sad.
trade for later.
It most definitely will.
And
Thank you.
if you miss it, come to Agrabah. Maybe buy back.
Fair trade. I will keep that in mind.
Now I go find sleep. It is pleasure.
Mm,
So it's nice to
Good
meet
day.
you. Bye.
As you see him walk maybe half a mile in a pretty short amount of time, and you just see him find a spot and just lay down.
When we get to my dad, I'm so bragging. He'd always wanted to meet a fire giant.
You got to write down all the stories you wish to tell him.
Once I can write well, yes.
It's a good reason to practice.
Yeah. But it's difficult doing it for a long amount of time.
I never
Just
thought
like
I'd meet a
giant.
fire giant.
Neither did I. This was great.
So make a Amelia and Wayne make history checks.
got a 19.
Ooh.
I got an 11.
All right, Amelia, that you would know, and you would probably be able to put the pieces together. That this is the tribe that lives within the Black Mountain. That the reason that they live in the Black Mountain and not live in the Black Mountain without causing much trouble is that clan of fire giants has a peace treaty with the Queen of Alabast.
Oh.
Fun.
And
That's
so
cool.
they are technically they're technically like an independent little state within Alabast that has full rights to live there.
Cool. I like that.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
But that was fun. Let's keep going.
I am
Would you
quite
imagine if he
surprised that
tried to
went so
smash us?
well.
I think it would not take any effort at all. You would just one and done. One swoosh.
Would
would
have
be
been
like
very
squishing a
hard to
bug.
outrun either way.
Yeah.
So what you guys did was quite stupid, but it did turn out okay this time.
Thanks.
Next time we see one, we should stop again. That took me a second.
My dad always said if you aren't stupid at least once in your life, you aren't living.
These are incredibly heavy Audubon. I can't even shove one over.
Yeah, he's been kind of really inspecting it and admiring it.
And
There's like a little sparkle of excitement as these are heavy.
it's like the best way I could describe it, it's like imagine obsidian, but like super durable. Like
Looks like obsidian is twice as heavy as tungsten.
pretty much, yeah.
Can you remind me what were they called again? Like black something.
Oh yeah, I need to add it to my inventory.
Black brim iron ingots.
Okay, thank you.
Black brim iron.
And they require a pretty hot forge to
That's what Artavan was gonna say. Yeah.
to work with.
Makes weapons hit hard.
Okay.
To the bag of holding. There we go. Sweet.
All right. But other than that, nothing else happens in the day. So, is there anything that you guys would like to do within the night, or should we just move on to the next day?
Just what we do every night, with Amelia helping to read his mentor's book and him trying to practice his spells and everything.
Wayne
That's
helping
kind of his routine.
Wayne helping Cosmo with her riding and everything.
Mhm.
In right.
See, Audubon, this is your mother's name and your father's name.
I think you get excited at that, like, oh, like, okay, like memorize this.
My heart.
And then this is your
That's actually really cool.
brother's name and your sister's name.
Oh, my sister. And he's like sounding it out, like, okay, I see. Jasmine.
All right.
I can't.
So, as we move to the next day, which slot are we moving to?
I think we were going to go
Right
stop
there.
at this place.
Oh, we're going to the outpost. I don't remember agreeing or not. I think we were like, yeah, it'd be good to go that way, but
I mean,
I
we
think
can-
so.
If we go to this one, we can still hit it and move to in the day.
this would be like half the day, right? So we could,
Yeah.
Yeah.
see what's happening there and then leave if we want to.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Ikuzo.
All right.
Wahoo!
as you go into the next day, eventually you make your way to the base of this massive stone ridge. It honestly looks like part of the continental plate got just shoved out from the earth beneath. This ridge spanning almost 100 miles.
Wow.
And you see this decent size. It's probably about 5 or 6 times the size of the camp of the brood that you were in. And as you're approaching, you see the wooden and stone barricades that make up this place, and you see upon this banner overlooking the wall is just the word gate.
I think that's the gate.
Maybe.
And you're seeing quite a bit of hustle and bustle both in and out the walls. As you're going outside outside the walls, you see a group of kids, a bunch of mixed peoples, mixed races. As you see a group of kids chasing what looks like a gopher, one of them holding a sling as they're running after it, paying you no mind. And as you get closer to this large wooden gate that surrounds it, you see this old rocking chair with a very old-looking Luperian lady, Wolf Luperian, but you see she's got some mange, some fur is missing. She's got this like shawl over, and this little old lady, uncharacteristically on her lap, you see this large, heavy crossbow that she's resting her arms on. And as you approach, yeah.
Hello.
What you want?
We're just passing through
Passing through to where?
Bonebreak Ridge.
You sure about that?
Yeah?
I don't see any tribute, any trophies.
We don't live there.
Oh,
Is there a culture or not understanding about Bonebreak Ridge that you or someone could tell us about?
I mean, if you go up there without any sort of tribute or something, they'll probably find a way to, probably send you away to get something worthy of their time. But if you're here on other business, then,
Our business is pretty important, isn't it?
What is your business?
We're actually trying to seize a warlord of this area.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
You want to go see old Malik?
Yes.
Oh, what do you want to do a thing like that for?
To talk with him about urgent matters.
You want to
Urgent
go
to him, perhaps. I know.
Oh, well. Who am I to stop you?
Are there any job board postings in this sort of a outpost?
I mean, not really job boards, but some people usually need some stuff done. But, you know, this is just Gate. Welcome to Gate.
I can see.
The outpost is called Gate. I love that.
Well,
You
it
want to
seems
go
like
all
it
the way up the ridge to the to Bonebreak Ridge proper. Oh, there's plenty of people there. And they usually have jobs and things. We get some travelers, and you know, usually traders and stuff coming here to buy pelts and animal bits and whatnot in exchange for some other goods. But I mean, if you ain't traders, then you're probably gonna have to do some form of tribute. But if you want to go up there without it, be my guest.
By a tribute, what do you mean?
Oh, you kill something. Bring its head or hide or whatever bits are
Do we
left.
take anything from those, like, we fought some bullets. We also fought a long while ago those, like the turtles, I can't remember. They start with an S.
I still have a spine shell eye.
I don't know if that will work.
It's not for me to say. The clan, you know, the elders usually judge your worth, and if it's a kill that they deem beneath you, then they might have you try again.
Yeah. If only we had physical proof.
Do you think, and I'll kind of like whisper to the group, do you think that we need to go get a tribute before we go up there?
This would probably be
I think we will
wise.
have to. It's
Yeah.
that, or perhaps we could go to the beginnings of Bonebreak Ridge, see if someone has a job for something incredibly dangerous no one else is willing to go for. We can assess if we can do that, and that might be enough proof.
Or if we're lucky, we'll get attacked by something extremely dangerous on the way there. But yeah, I think it'd be good
I
to
mean,
look for something.
the giant worm things were crazy, you know. If only, you know.
If only.
As you guys are standing outside this gate, you see a small bird kind of go. Looks to be a corvian of some kind, a crow. Kind of sails down, lands on top of this wooden barricade, cocks its head to the side and looks at you.
Would that work?
Hello.
As you see the crow go look at the old lady, nod, and take off. Seems like you're expected.
Huh.
Here or at Bonebreak Ridge?
As the gate to gate opens.
They don't tell me anything.
Gateception.
I'm not even.
Um,
I'm not even like the gate watchman. I just like it out here.
Do you know where we're supposed to be going?
Up.
Straight down the path? We just up?
Up.
All right, that's easy.
So up
Not
to
another
the
day.
village or up to the outpost.
Right. So do we have to go through the outpost to get where we're going?
Yes.
There's a path
Oh,
up
there
the
is a
ridge.
okay.
path. It
got
looks
it.
like
Got it,
looks like
okay.
the ridge has a several like slices down the middle with paths that go up.
Okay. Oh, well, thank
And
you.
you can see polka dotted cave openings as well.
Well, I guess we go in and we go up.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, Wayne, say goodbye to the nice lady.
Goodbye, nice lady.
Goodbye, mate. Right, and that is where we are going to take our break. We'll be right back in about 15 minutes, so right about 7:16 for player reference. We'll just pick up right where we left off. All right, and we're back.
Everyone stuff your face right now.
How's the food?
Tasty.
So, upon passing through the gate to gate, on the inside seems to be a bit of a lively place. As you know, there's people going around working. You're seeing some massive kills. You know, elephants, lions being skinned, butchered. The smell of blood and hard work kind of pierces your nostrils. And
Irony.
Air freshener, work harder.
And unlike with the Red Brood, as you're going in, the people here seem, for one, there's no undead, but the people here seem very rough and tumble, but they seem lively, and so they're smiling at you, they're giving you nods, and kind of immediately they seem a lot less serious as you're making your way around. And also in this small town of Gate, you see some other groups of people, like caravans and things like that, that are quite obviously not a part of the Bonebreakers. And you're getting the sense that, compared to like the Red Brood and stuff, and some of the other factions in Rascalia, these guys are a bit more open to the world. And so you see people going, they're buying pelts and trading some other goods, you know, foods, crops, things like that. And just
honestly, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And yeah, it's kind of a high energy place. And you see on the western gate opposite of where you guys entered, a huge group of Bonebreakers pulling in yet another elephant carcass via rope.
Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. I thought that this group, given the way that you described them and the way we saw them hauling away the animal carcass in Alabas, I assumed that these would be the more closed off people, the more weary of outsiders.
Perhaps they're just that confident that outsiders aren't a problem, so they don't need to be serious.
I think it's great.
Maybe further in. This is just Gate.
I'm interested to see what the people are like.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be a
Sure.
lot more serious and intense, but everyone seems to be having fun.
eyelid is twitching. I guess that means we should keep going.
So,
Is there like,
oh, go ahead.
I don't know if I could sense this. Just to quell a random thought. Does it seem like people are charmed here? Like this is what they actually are like?
I would say make an insight check.
Okay.
They're all crying.
I got a 10, so.
A 10. You sense no charms. You sense that just the general atmosphere. People here, what you can sense is people here, life is simple and they enjoy it. There's no complex, and kind of as you're going, overhearing conversations and things like that. From what you can gather is there's no like weird complex politics that people have to get involved in. There's no real intrigue. It's just them, and looking around you actually see altars and shrines set up in few houses and stuff, but set up in little communal areas to several gods, as well as priests to those gods walking around. Mainly you are seeing you're seeing shrines to let's see which ones were you were seeing the oh my gosh, where is it?
The goddess of the hunt.
You're seeing shrines to the god Ichthoral, the everlasting, the god of endurance, resilience, self-sacrifice. You are also seeing some shrines to the goddess Afrian, who is the goddess of love, lust, obsession, indulgence, addiction, affection, and passion. But the biggest one that you are seeing is a large shrine dedicated to the god Rutharax, known as the Prime Hunter and the Apex Predator. And he
There it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah. Also, make a... Actually, this is not common knowledge, so never mind.
Okay.
Religion check? Yes, okay.
There is also shrines
Would my dad have known about it?
the god Vulik, also known as the Vulture, patron of scavengers and survivors.
That also makes sense.
And but yeah, and you know, you're seeing they're not very exclusive. You're seeing a bunch of other shrines and stuff, but those are like the main ones that you see repeated in people's homes and attires.
Understandable.
I do also realize that
Green drink with the background.
these people. Goodbye, Gavin's face. People who are generally happy and thriving in a city, it means they are safe, which means the Bonebreakers keep them safe.
And judging by, and it'll point over to the dead elephant that they're dragging. Judging by that, I would assume they're quite formidable.
Yeah.
I would agree.
My father would love to be here. He'd feel right at home, I'm sure.
So, it is going to take one more day to get up to the top of the ridge.
So find an inn or something?
Well, is there any
Yeah.
shops that any of you want to stop by before There's all sorts of stalls and shops around.
I mean, want to is different than need to.
I always
I
need to
want
check out
to
magic
explore
stores.
everything.
Yeah, we find something of magic here, but it doesn't seem like the kind of town that would be their main priority.
So that's how they get you. They seem very unassuming, and then boom, you find something that's very powerful or very magical. I don't know. I mean, that's what I feel like would happen. But like, oh, it won't have anything cool in there, but it's something that we really need. And oopsies, we didn't go there, so we didn't get it.
The
Yeah,
kind of
we
shops
missed
that I
out.
feel like would be more interesting because they're fun are like collectors or pawn shops where you can just kind of look around and see if you find something of interest.
Yeah. I could go to one. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind going. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go take a check. Let's go check. Let's do the thing. Let's go.
Check, please.
All right. So as you're browsing, there doesn't seem to be like dedicated stores here, but more just it seems that the traders, the outsiders that are here, know who they're going to go talk to get the stuff that they need.
I bet they've got great jerky. Phenomenal jerky.
Let's buy you some Audubon. Look for one you like. We'll take it.
Yeah. So is there? So you're seeing a bunch of traders, some carrying like weapons, some carrying just like odds and ends, some carrying like food and crops. Is there a particular thing that you are looking for?
I want to try some jerky. That sounds nice.
There's plenty of that.
Amelia is looking for like a magic type store, just because it's always interesting to look at them, see what they have.
Your
Like
best
scrolls and potions.
Yeah, your best bet would be the ones that seem to just have a random collection of things.
All right.
Um,
So whatever catches my eye.
Okay.
Maybe I'm trying to like. I don't have detect magic, but I'm trying to just like feel arcana in the air, see if there's like a concentration somewhere.
go ahead and roll a percentile for me, just to see your luck on if anybody here has something interesting.
Okay. Do it on D&D Beyond. 21.
21.
Not very good.
And dirty.
Unless we're going the other way around, then that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. Wayne.
Just out of curiosity, I rolled it and I got a 98.
Wayne, you have so much better luck
try
than
it.
me. You're gonna find something you're not even trying to find.
Yeah, I'll say each of you can roll one, and depending on what you get, I'll try to find something that would fit you, your build.
All right. Sweet.
Well,
Okay.
so
okay.
Wayne-
Wayne's
got
getting
98.
something.
81.
So is Cosmo.
Okay, Artavon, you want to go ahead?
I got a 46.
46. Somebody want to roll for Vivi?
No.
Not me, Wayne.
I will. Or Wayne.
Cosmo, yeah, Cosmo. Good.
Cosmo,
You guys both
Cosmo,
have it.
you go. for it.
Cosmo. Okay. 53.
Oh, okay.
53. Okay.
Average.
So as you are as you're making your way like through a bunch of these through a bunch of these people and pushing through, eventually Wayne, there is something that does kind of stick out to you just a little bit. As you see,
Cursed item.
A talking sword.
Yes!
Sword.
um,
Like Nightblood would be fantastic. Can we have Nightblood? That would be like the best.
Let's slay some evil today.
Evil.
Yeah, so as you're sorry, I'm like scrolling through like the magic item stuff. I was not expecting you to roll that high. So as you're going, something catches your eye as you see this strange, like, rod or wand. As you see this strange wand that kind of has a weird sheen to it. Like, almost like it is prismatic in a sense. It seems to be made of... It looks like it's made of glass, but as you get closer, it is metal. But it does... it does look like... it does look like glass.
I like to think too, while we're going through, Wayne and Vivi are like really getting into the looking at everything at all the stalls. Like when we stop by the furs and everything, it's like we're grabbing the furs and like putting them over our heads and like playing around with them and everything. So as we're going through, just ooh. Just kind of just like immediately drawn to it.
And with this person, as it's kind of drawn, you see it's like in a cart, and you see the owner of the cart, which looks to be elvish, but with kind of olive skin and narrower eyes. You see his robes are very ornate, red with a gold hue. Sticks out like crazy right here. And you would know these are the feature and styles of somebody from Valdish.
Valdish.
And
where's Valdish again?
Far west. You got Duskenweald across the ocean. It's west of Duskenweald.
Okay.
And as you
interesting.
And as you approach, he's like, does something catch your eye here?
What is that?
Oh, my friend, that is my most prized collection piece. This, my friend, we call the Wand of Wonder.
Get it? We need it.
And what is that?
Take my money.
Artaban just dying in the background. Just
It does a little bit of everything, depending on your luck. The wand acts on its own whims, but all of those whims are worth your while, I assure you.
Okay, I gotta be a Melia then.
How much does something like this trade for?
Oh, for something of this magnitude, we're looking at, I could part with it for a nice 1,500.
It'll kind of like look at you guys. Have you heard of a Wand of Wonder before?
it
Sounds
sounds
like a
like
chance,
one
but
of
I
us.
don't know if I would.
If you wish, just to validate, if any of you have the ability to identify things, that is,
Oh, Vivi does.
yeah.
Maybe
So Vivi will
Yes, Vivi,
identify
go.
it just to verify it. So
This is the best magic item.
It's not a wand, it's a
It's-
stick.
this
It's a
wand,
wild magic surge, essentially.
this wand has 7 charges. This wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll D100 and consult the following table to discover what happens. If the effect causes you to cast a spell from the wand, the spell's save DC is 15. If the spell normally has a range expressed in feet, its range becomes 120 feet if it isn't already. If an effect covers an area, you must center the spell and include the target. If an effect has multiple possible subjects, the GM randomly determines which ones are affected. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend
That's
the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles to dust and is destroyed.
Wow. That's awesome.
If you expend the last one.
I wonder
expend the last
what you'd
one,
get.
Yeah, if you roll a 1, it goes away, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I mean, I'm kind of short on money. I don't know.
I don't think we have the funds to afford that, but it is incredible. I'd love it in a collection of some sort.
Well, if you can't afford it right now, if no one else has bought it, I'll be making my way east and north to Storasil. So perhaps you may be able to find me there. I have business with the sisters in the Arcanorium, after all.
Oh, we know them.
Oh,
I'm sure you do. Most adventurers around here do.
They're really nice. Well, at least the nice one is nice.
Yes, that is correct.
that sentence has to be true. Okay, so he's going to
And-
store a cell.
Yeah, and then as you are looking around Cosmo, you see this strange
What was that guy's name?
don't think we have a
that
name.
guy's name is
Benny.
Suru. Suru. And with and as you're looking around Cosmo, you see one of the bone breakers, this large bugbear, black fur, as he seems to be sharpening a collection of weapons with a large whetstone. And kind of to the side of him, you see this large, gnarly looking great axe that seems to be its blade is serrated and toothed and looks like it's made of this black kind of it's not as dark as the black brim iron, but it seemed to be stained and oiled this dark black metal.
Yeah, she's immediately wandering to it. Just Who's split now?
You're like walking forward, your eyes gaze, you're just like, now headed now.
Exactly. That is exactly
So,
how
Cosmo-
it happens.
Cosmo?
And she'll stand like a little bit of ways from it so nobody thinks she's like trying to steal it or anything, and she'll just like look at it like, wow.
A prime target for like wanting to sell too.
Exactly.
And kind of as you're going, the Bonebreaker kind of looks up at you. Yes? Well, what you want?
Oh, I'm just admiring things. This axe, it's really cool.
Ah, yes. All reliable. Love that thing.
I like that name. It's very fitting.
Oh no, that's not what. It's just what I called it in the moment. I never named it.
Yeah. This one, and she'll pull out her dad's and she'll like show him. This one was my father's.
Oh, it's
called-
beautiful.
He called it Thunder.
Oh, thunder.
Hmm.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Wielded it beautifully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, are you in the market? I do sell weapons. They're all used, unfortunately. You know, you got to test your merchandise before you sell it.
Oh, of course. Otherwise, you wouldn't know how good it can be used. You know.
Exactly. This axe right here, and he points to the serrated one. This axe right here, I personally used to kill a wyvern. Right?
Wow.
With like 25 other people, but it
Right,
was still
of course.
used.
Yeah.
I did the killing blow.
Everyone does their part. And hey, if it held up in a fight like that, even with a lot of people, I can attest to its durability.
Oh yeah, no, this weapon right here it's practically alive. It knows when you're struggling and helps you hit harder when you're struggling.
Oh.
So for player reference, this is a Blood Rage Great Axe. You
Oh, cool.
gain
I
a
didn't know what that is,
+2
too.
bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic great axe when you have half your hit points or fewer.
Oh, nice.
It works really well with your
I need her.
power.
I need her. I need this beautiful lady.
And it's actually
Oh my
not
gosh.
nearly as rare as the Wand of Wonder. Wand of Wonder.
No, but that is a beautiful axe.
Yeah.
Ah!
I'd be, I'd be willing, if you're a connoisseur like myself, I'd be willing to part with it for maybe 500.
Maybe we could trade. You like
Oh, when
weapons?
did you get here?
Oh, I
Hi.
followed you.
Oh, okay. Hello.
I just like it's like one of those like standing right behind you, just like maybe
Yeah.
we could trade.
Do you know how much money Vivi has for you?
No,
Maybe-
I don't.
He has a lot of money, I think. He
yeah,
said it
because
before.
it's both mine and his.
But I mean, we could also trade the weapon of Thorn Whip.
Oh, the
I don't
fishing
know if
pole?
we-
Was a fishing line?
Yeah, I don't know if we plan on using it, but this would be much more useful.
I mean, I wouldn't want to make you give it up. I know you are excited to use it.
No, I've thought about it. I don't think I'll use it that much. I don't necessarily want the things to come closer to me.
Hmm.
Me either.
Well, I guess fair
As a belly
enough.
on the left side.
Oh, mine!
I mean,
Well,
it could be useful. If I take that, I could bump 100 gold off.
Do you have any weapons? You have 5 axes that have seen battle, so we know that
I
they can
do.
work.
I do have. I have many axes. I do have 5 axes.
And
Hand axes, but
and
tested
Cosmo,
and true.
your share of money is around 600.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you got a lot, so.
Cosmo wouldn't know. She wouldn't understand.
I guess Vivi would probably be like, "Oh, don't worry, you can afford it. You've got this."
So you've got this. He's gonna go. Are you gonna trade him the fishing pole for the 100 gold off?
Technically, it is in Vivi's hands right now, but
Yeah.
I feel like BB would
Oh, that's-
be okay with
be
it.
like, come on,
Yeah.
we've each gotten ourselves something nice. It's your turn.
Okay.
Maybe the axes too. You can throw those in for maybe another 10 gold off.
Yeah, maybe. I'm.
I'm not sure how much they sell for. I'm not skilled.
It would be
in that.
difficult to part with them.
I know, you carry them and stare at them everywhere you go.
I do.
You can keep one of them.
They have flown straight and true every time I use them.
I say keep your dad's axe and then get rid of the others.
Oh, I would not give up my dad's axe, even if I was dead. No, that's out
We
of
will
the question.
bury you with that, your father's axe.
No,
Should it
give it to him.
Oh.
But like, don't let anybody else have it. You know.
Oh, God, those hand axes are standard, so I could, give you maybe the 5 gold for the lot. Be spending 395 for the trade.
All right, I'll part with them, but only so I can have that axe.
And here you are, good sir. And Vivi's gonna hand over the money.
Deleting 5 hand axes.
You're cleaning your inventory.
Ah,
Hey, we have so much stuff.
painful.
And you have the
And-
javelin ring, so it's all good.
I know,
And
but it's just a little bit heartbreaking.
And-
I was determined to keep those.
and he's going to grab the axe, hold it out flat, and present it to you. Right now, I think this beauty needs to be christened with a name.
Oh. Ooh.
It's serrated.
It's serrated,
Mhm.
yes.
All reliable.
No,
Hack and
Oh.
slash.
it needs to be something powerful and dangerous.
Cosmo's
Bolter.
weapon.
While you think of it, I'm
No.
gonna say my goodbyes if you just give me a moment. You see him walk over.
Hugs the axe.
He'll like pet the flat of the blade.
I've got it. I've got the name.
Right. Here you are.
This axe shall be named Heartrender.
Oh, it's badass.
Thank you.
Heartbender.
Right, you can add the Blood Rage Great Axe.
That's cool.
I'm excited.
And you now finally have a magic weapon, so now you can do
Woo!
bypass
Damage on things.
magical defenses.
Yep, I don't have to take
Add-
monsters out of my
add what?
roster for that.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ooh. What's
You were
it
the
called
only
again?
one who
The
couldn't
blood...
hit.
The blood...
Blood Rage
Blood
Great Axe.
rage.
Blood rage. Great
Blood
axe.
rage.
There's Blood Axe, Blood Seeker.
Then you get a
Arc
plus
Render.
2 to attack and damage when you're below half.
So I already have plus 7 to my normal great axe. So that would
We
be
just add
plus
another plus
9.
Well, is it
if
on
I was
top
half.
of? So your other
Let
one
me
was a
let me
plus
see how
one.
much I get. for that.
No, she
Because if
did.
it was
she
a
had
plus 1 weapon before,
No, she.
then it would be a
no,
plus 2 now.
No,
Oh,
she
what?
did not have plus 1. It's
Ooh.
plus
Oh, yeah.
2.
She had a
Just
normal
one.
great axe.
Non-magic at all.
This is her first magical weapon, not including the javelin ring.
This is exciting. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Ah.
It'll be awesome.
She's just like holding it and like swinging it around a little bit to get a feel for it. Oh, this is even better balanced than my dad's. Don't tell him I
Wait,
said
let me get that mannequin out. It hasn't had a use since you lost your range.
Okay.
It has a little derpy face we've drawn on it.
The crazy thing about it, it does not require attunement.
Yeah, it's just a normal.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
So I still have an attunement slot.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Wahoo!
So, as you gather your things, the village starts to wind down for the night. And as it does, with your newfound gear and contacts made here at the foot of the ridge, the city of Bonebreak Ridge, a day's travel up this steep rocky slope, as you see a bunch of the cave entrances lit up with torchlight, rope ladders dangling down as these small pocks on this massive formation of stone has been these small pocks have been turned into homes for people. As the looming threat of war lies to the north, and your first hope of an ally just south. That is where we are going to end it. Thank you to everybody who tuned in, people who participated in chat or otherwise. Any and all support is deeply, deeply appreciated. But yeah, thank you all, and be sure to check out our Patreon. There's going to be a little bit of a sneak preview on the big project that we're working on coming up on there. Don't really have a time frame for the project itself, but when it's ready, we'll show you. We're cooking, but yeah. And that's pretty much everything. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for allowing us to use your background music. Once again, incredibly generous and just super chill dude all around. And let me roll my die.
Oh, yes.
Cosmo, can you thank our patron,
Oh,
please?
she does it all the
I
time.
know.
I know.
Do I? I don't feel like I do.
This is like your third or fourth time.
Yeah,
Just
I
one.
keep I keep rolling a 3.
Hey, it's just random, Jets.
I mean, this is my second time in a row, I think. But thank you very much, D-Four fan. I got a new accent. You can, be here for that. That's cool. I'm gonna go hit that dummy now. Bye.
Wait, no, Cosmo.
Please don't. No.
No, that's not the mannequin. That's a person. That's the shopkeeper.
Oh god! Oh god!
They should have known to wear white.
There's so much blood. His heart, it's rending.
Mayhem and panic. You just hear like everyone screaming, things falling over.
Yep. You know,
Another episode.
yeah,
Credits.
the thing is, I do appreciate having these episodes in between where it's just chill traveling and trading. Like, you need those in between the super tense story stuff going on. And I was like debating, should I have them go up the mountain first? And then I was like, Now we'll say that for another episode. We'll just let them bask in the joy of a new axe and the potential of the.
I like the old
magic item.
lady.
She was great.
Yeah, she was
I
great.
don't. I just like sitting here.
I'm like
Yeah,
Grumsh.
no.
Oh, Grumsh?
No.
Was that his name? I love
Gresh.
him.
Greshk.
Greshk.
Gresh.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I loved him.
The
I love how
whole
he's like,
time-
you talking to me?
Yeah. The whole time I was enjoying myself, but there's the underlying, well, now I gotta wait 2 weeks until we go there.
Yep. Let
Don't,
that
you can
stew.
prepare yourself.
Oh,
Next time,
I do have to
we're
prepare
still live.
myself.
We've never talked this long before.
All right. But
Bonus
we
content.
will see you all in 2 weeks, or if you are inclined to check out our Caranel campaign with the oddities, we will see you on Wednesday. Thank you, and bye-bye.